Hello and welcome to today's episode. I'm Amanda and here I'm with my friend Chloe. We are both from the HEALTHSTYLE Emporium, and today we thought it would be really fun to have a chat all about some of the most common misconceptions that we hear relatively often about the network marketing profession and just the industry in general.
Yes, I'm so excited to speak into this because I think there's a lot of misconceptions out there with what we do, right? And there's so many different network marketing companies out there too. So it's kind of more of a way that we can come to you guys and provide you with our industry, like our company, and what we provide and what we're able to give to you, and what we've dealt with and what we've received, people's misconceptions.
Totally. I definitely know, in my background, I've been self-employed for about 12 years now with a traditional business in the health, fitness, and wellness industry. But I have dabbled in different network marketing companies over the years. And I actually didn't know what network marketing was at the time when I was in the two other companies I was in. I just kind of liked the products and was, I guess like showing an opportunity where I could get them a little bit cheaper, help a few other people with it, maybe make some referral dollars. But definitely my experience in the past wasn't a super positive one. It was very salesy. We weren't given too much of a system to follow or any sort of guidance or mentorship, really. And so I can definitely see why people have some misconceptions about the profession. But in the same time, I can also see, having done two other companies now and being in the HEALTHSTYLE Emporium, how far the profession has grown and how professional and beautiful and very smart it actually is now. So I'm going to let you kick this one off, Chloe. Like, what would be the number one misconception maybe you hear if you have chatted with someone who might have shown some interest?
Yeah, the biggest misconception I get all the time is I don't have enough time.
Oh, yeah.
It's number one. When I joined this space, I didn't have any time either. Like, I was, working full time. I had a toddler, like he was 2.5. I was at uni part-time, and I just thought, I don't have enough time for this. Like, and I understand why people have the same misconception. And learned was that, this business is literally built up of certain tasks every day to build it, right? And to grow it. And it actually only takes 30 minutes to 60 minutes a day to grow it. And what I did was I figured out when I could cut that chunk of an hour or that 60 minutes up in my day to make it seem less overwhelming with it's just a busy day, right?
That is so smart, because it really actually doesn't have to be 60 minutes just in one massive chunk, right? You could do like 15 here, 10 there, 15 there, and over a day it adds up to an hour.
Yeah. And I think too,
Smart.
people see it as like a commitment, like has to be an hour, like has to, oh, I have to do a whole hour and it's got to be at like 6 till 7 p.m. Like, no, that's not the case. That, as you said, it's yours, it's your own franchise. You can chop and change it throughout your day wherever you like. And I think the cool thing about it is, like, you can have fun with it too. So if you wanted to, in the morning, put on some music and do the task, like, it gets you in a different space and a different energy, and it just brings such a different vibe than thinking about working. Like, if you think about, oh, I'm going to sit down for 60 minutes and work, it's actually the opposite. It's fun. So most of the time too, like, correct me if I'm wrong, is people that want to join something like this are looking for more time, right?
It's so funny you say that, because I actually reckon that you're right. There's often a bit of a pipe dream that it's attached to those who, have done network marketing for many years, who are living with a bit more time availability and flexibility in their life. However, like, let's be for real, it's definitely not where you start, but it is totally possible. And so, yeah, if you are starting at full time, then I guess that's the mentality you'd want to go into it with, in which you're building towards, right?
Yeah, exactly. So people come into this looking for more time.
Mm.
The thing that I always say is like, what are you willing to sacrifice in order to get more time in the long run?
Mm.
Like, if you're constantly in this cycle of I don't have enough time, I don't have enough time, I don't have enough time, how much longer are you going to be able to go through that cycle of saying you don't have enough time? Like, for me, I sacrificed, that time for 3 years. And now look at all the time that I have back.
Oh,
Do you know what I mean?
absolutely.
It's like,
Absolutely. And, if we just briefly talk into that, like, yeah, you were doing mum life, you were doing uni life, you were working full time. So your life was full. Whereas now, like, what does your life look like now?
yeah,
You're not at
exactly.
uni anymore. You don't work full time anymore. In fact, this is kind of your full time thing. So how cool that you only had to sacrifice a very short amount of your life, I guess, or an hour a day to be able to be where you are right now.
Yeah. And just lastly on this one is, I looked at it like, okay, well, could I give up TV at night to work on this? And now I get all the time in the world to watch however much TV I like. So it's like, that's the small sacrifice that I made in order to get back more time. So yeah, that would probably be my biggest misconception, that I get people say that they don't have enough time, and I think they need a lot of time to build something like this, and it's actually not. It's literally just 30 to 60 minutes a day. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, totally agree with you. All right. Well, we've forgot to say as well, like, we're going to bust 4 of them today. 4 of our top ones. We decided on 2 each. So the next one that I'm going to talk about, which I think often goes hand in hand with time, not even just with, starting a new side hustle or something like that. I literally see it with almost everything. Definitely, like, being a fitness trainer, this one comes up a lot as well. And that's, I don't have enough money. Like, I can't afford to start. I often see that in my traditional business as well. And, here's the thing is, like you said before, if someone's looking at this to be able to create more time, but they're using the reason of they don't have enough time, it's actually kind of similar with money, right? Like, they are probably looking for a vehicle or something that they can create some more income, but using the reason that they don't have the money to be able to get started. And I totally understand. Sometimes there are going to be things that we just can't afford, and we might have to save up for them or what have you. I think in the case of something like the HEALTHSTYLE Emporium and the profession that we work in, it is so smart as a way to be able to create some extra income, especially in something like 2023, when digital marketing and social media and working online or from home is so popular right now. Like, it's definitely where the world's moving to. Therefore, a lot of the side hustles, or, in our company, for example, like, it's only $50 to start a franchise. Like, if you don't have $50 right now, this is probably the reason why you need to do something like this. So $50 to start. And then from there, you can literally be cash flow positive and making a return on your investment and a profit within your first 10 to 30 days. Like, name me any business that you can start for $50 with no overheads. You get free mentoring and showing how to do this and get a return on your investment in 10 days.
I just want to put in there, because it's actually a return on investment within your first order. The first order that goes through your franchise, you will make a return on investment in.
Yeah.
So firstly, that's something that you're going to be cash flow positive the very first order you put through your franchise. So there's number one. Number two, I was listening to a podcast the other day where they spoke about and you would know, having a traditional business, when shit goes pear-shaped, who's your mentor? You don't have one.
Yeah.
Like or you have to go and pay thousands and tens of thousands of dollars for a coach to coach you through what you're going through with your traditional business.
Which I've done. Like, I mean, and I don't even have a huge business. Like, I have a personal training business, and it cost me about 10 grand to set up my business. When we're talking about, like, I bought some equipment, I had to pay some license fees, insurances, marketing, like, that's actually not that much. But then what? Like, I had to figure it all out on my own. So I have had multiple paid coaches over the years, when I felt like I'd sort of hit a ceiling. So you're totally right. Like, it's crazy the amount of mentoring and support that you receive in a profession like this for free from people who have crushed it before you.
In the same comp plan too. So
Yeah.
everyone starts from the same level, the same products, the same coaching. Everything's the same. So these people have crushed it before you. So you know that whatever they've done works. And if they're creating 6 to 7 figures, you want to be amongst that, and you're getting all of that coaching completely for free.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry. Like, it's a no-brainer for me. Like, as you just said, 10 grand to start your traditional business.
Which in terms of traditional businesses is like nothing,
Nothing. But how long did it take you to get a return on investment?
Oh.
I mean, not personal, but like it probably would have been months, if not years, right?
Oh, look, if not probably 12 to 18 months, I'd say. Yeah, absolutely.
One order, you can be cash flow positive. One order. Like, it's a smart business model to create like a long-term sustainable income that's going to for the efforts that you have.
Absolutely. And, almost certainly anybody who's listening to this is probably feeling the pinch in some way, shape, or form with, the cost of things like food and petrol and interest rates and mortgages and rent and everything that's kind of going up right now. And if you do have a traditional job, you are so capped with what you can make. So if you're capped with the hours that you're working, you're capped with the salary that you're making, and you have no other options, then seriously, your options are to cut back your expenses and go without, or you've got to make more money somehow. And if you're capped in your job, then you're going to have to find an external way to make money. So to me, again, like you said, that is just a no-brainer.
And I think too, the one thing that I love most is, like, I feel like our company and our program that we're partnered with and our products are just so high level that you just, like, they're so beautiful. They're so, nourishing and good for your mental health and good for your, like, lifestyle and living. And it's just like so easy to align with what the mission is. It's not being out of alignment with life, because right now health is like people's biggest asset with what we're going through right now. Health and well-being, with suicide records through the roof, and people's health going down the drain with their immune systems and things like that. This is literally the most incredible resource to have right now. So it's like you are in so much alignment when you are working alongside the HEALTHSTYLE Emporium. Like, everything just, it's like a tick for everything,
Yeah.
Like, I feel like such a passionate speaker when I talk about it, but it's so true. Like, it's just everything.
It's just basic facts, right? Like, it just makes sense. Yeah. All right. What's your next one, Chloe? What's your third misconception?
All right. This one is definitely something I hear a lot. Now I speak to a lot of women every day, and my next biggest one would probably be, I'm too shy. Like, I couldn't do what you do. I have a really big fear of failure. Like, what if people don't, buy from me and things like that? And I guess the way I see it is, no matter what you do in life, you're either gonna talk yourself into it and tell yourself you're great and do it and take the leap, or you're gonna talk yourself out of it and tell yourself you're not good enough to do it.
I saw this great quote. Go on.
No, you go.
I was just going to say, I saw this great quote today that was about, well, the nuts and bolts of it was about like, you get to choose what your heart is in life, and you can either choose to give up when things are really hard and live in the hardness of the challenges that come with staying exactly where you are or going backwards, right? Or you can choose to fail, get up, try again. You might fail, but have a bit more progress, get up, try again. And you kind of just fail forward as you're learning and growing. And eventually you get to that finish line, or the goal becomes bigger. And yeah, there's going to be hardship along the way. But for me personally, I would think I would rather choose the hardship of making progress and growing through something really fun and cool and new and exciting than taking a step back and just sitting in the same place.
You're back.
Okay, I'm back.
I don't know who Zoom stopped recording, but someone stopped. Did I freeze?
No, we were good. But anyway, so continue. I was literally just saying, like, you know, like either road has hardships, right? The road to choosing to give up or the road to choosing success is both going to come with hard things. So you just got to choose which hard one you want.
Yeah, no, I agree. And, you know, the thing that I love most about what we do is you're learning as you go. Like, you're learning the skills, you're learning how to create self-belief and self-confidence, and every little thing that you do along the way, you're building that belief in yourself. And you're not just growing a business, like you're growing yourself, you're growing self-confidence, and like on top of all of that, you're earning an income at the same time.
Yeah, so almost like an apprenticeship, really, isn't it? Like you start here and have someone who's going to hold your hand and show you how to do the job. And whilst you're being shown how to do the job, you're getting paid for it. So you're definitely not expected to be an expert in the beginning by any means, but yeah, being able to earn money whilst you're learning and having someone show you how to do it, like, again, how good?
Literally. And like, honestly, the way I always frame something like this, what is the worst thing that could happen if you joined? One, you lose, let's just say you don't get any orders, and let's just say you flunk out and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't do this and I'm going to back out. One, the only thing that you lose is $55. Or you may do it, and let's just say over the year you like, you know what, I just want to work on myself. And over that year, you grow so much self-confidence and so much self-belief, and then you just crush it. Like, it's just crushed. Are you going to be hard on yourself for not, you know, growing your business in that whole year? No friggin' way. You're going to be so pumped with how much self-confidence and self-belief you have. You're going to be completely unshakable for anyone that comes at you throwing any kind of hate or negativity. Like, you're just going to be this complete rock of like self-belief and self-confidence.
Yeah.
So fear of failure, the fear of, you know, being too shy, I'm not good enough, that's gone. And you're like, all right, I'm ready now. Because sometimes we have to fill up our own cup and we have to build ourselves up before we can help other people. Yeah. And that's fine. But at the end of the day, you're still earning while you're learning. You're still growing while you're earning. So yeah, it's again, another tick, 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 you know?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I definitely agree with that. And honestly, the right people will be attracted to what you're doing, what you're saying, what you're sharing, that are meant to be there with you. They're meant to be there and supporting you along the way. And those who aren't aligned with you, well, that's okay too. Like, 100%. You know, that's okay too. So yeah, I love that. And it's so normal to feel like that in the beginning. Like there's no way in the beginning. I don't know about you, Chloe, but I 1,050,000% would not have got on a live like this and talked about, you know, network marketing or any sort of thing. So like, yeah, you are very shy in the beginning sometimes, but again, choose your heart, right? How much do you want to grow through that? So it kind of leads me actually into my last point that I want to share. And that is, so common, so common. The whole, I'm not good at sales, or I don't want to be salesy. And yeah, and that one comes up literally so much. And I can't talk into this enough. Like I could do a whole episode on this because legit, let me share with you, when I was part of another company many sleeps ago, before it was like cool to be in network marketing, one of the tasks that I was given by the guy who brought me into the company was literally this, like, write down a list of 100 people that you know and that you've ever met in your life before, and I want you to call them and share with them the products that you're now aligned with. He didn't say it like that, but pretty much he just wanted me to call 100 people, and I literally wanted to vomit in my mouth. So, you know, like 1,000,000%, that is a hard no. And I would definitely say I'm not good at sales, and I didn't want to be salesy in that respect. But I guess one of my most favorite things, having had that experience and experiencing what we do in the Health Style Emporium, is literally just sharing our life and what we do every day. And for me personally, like, I am a healthy person. I love doing things like going for walks and meditations and making smoothies and stuff like that. And so, you know, to be able to just like take a selfie or share a smoothie recipe or whatever, and then just like post it on my Instagram, that is me being a product of my product. And it's amazing how many people will be like, where did you get that recipe? Or what's the ingredient that's in that? And they're so attracted to the lifestyle that you're leading that it's just an open-ended way of being able to have an authentic conversation with someone to see if they're looking for what you're doing.
Right.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but there is nothing salesy about that. You are literally just sharing something and asking permission to someone to share it with them. And I love that. That feels so much more authentic and heartfelt to me than taking a list of 100 people and calling them. But
No, I agree. I want to share as well, I just thought of it, about the robo mop vac.
oh my God. Yes.
And this is
okay,
so...
mine doesn't have a name yet.
Oh, we need a name. Okay.
Okay, we
This
do.
is
But
so
please share the
relevant.
story. So
This
good.
is so relevant in terms of what we're talking about. Okay. Backstory, I got a robo mop vacuum for my birthday. Now, I called her Camilla. She was a very big presence on my social media when I first got her. She was like an absolute godsend, right? And all I did was I just literally took videos of her mopping and vacuuming. That's it. I had so many people message me privately about this, about Camilla. Her name's Camilla. And I reckon I sold about 10 or 15 of these mop vacuums, to the point where I even messaged Godfrey's or wherever it was from and said, do you do affiliate marketing? Because I've just sold like 15 of these vacuums. Anyway, the purpose of the story is like, all I did was shared a video of Camilla, right? And Amanda messaged me and said, hey, like, can you send me the details of this? Because I really need one for my house. And I was like, yeah, of course. No problems. Here's the link.
Literally.
And I sent her the link. And she literally clicked on the link, read it all about it, and bought it.
Literally. And you know what's funny about that, Chloe, is I had been thinking about getting one for so long, but I just hesitated with buying one because I was like, oh, they're like $400. Like, oh, do I really need it? I could just vacuum and mop myself. And then knowing that I just didn't want to vacuum and mop twice a day because I had dogs anymore, but wouldn't buy one, saw it on your social. You are someone who I know, I like, and I trust. You're having a great old time with Camilla. And I'm like, nah, sold. That's it. Like, it blows my mind how when you see something that someone you know has got and it's something that you want or desire as well, how influential that person can be literally by just sharing the most simplest thing about their life.
Exactly.
So
And
crazy.
again, going back to the, health thing, like health is the most important thing in people's lives right now, health. And all that we are doing is we are just sharing our healthy lifestyles through our social media. Just like you would share, just got a new drink bottle, love it. Just like you would share, oh my gosh, new candle, love it. Like you're sharing stuff through your social media all the time. You're being salesy all the time without even realizing. People put up Netflix. You are sharing Netflix. Like you're being salesy every day and you don't even realize it. So I think, I think it's just the stigma of like being salesy. No, you're just sharing your lifestyle. And the people who are looking for that and want help with that will reach out. And that's, how you can start having conversations about what you're doing. Like I put up a thing about my hair growth the other day, and I just did a little reel about it and just shared a reel. And it got people interested because they're like, I want to grow my hair. How do you do that? Like, can you send me information? And that's all I did. So it's more about, just sharing what you're doing authentically and having beautiful, authentic conversations.
It's literally the biggest gift now, living in the age that we live in, where we have access to the internet, like at our fingertips.
Yeah,
and
literally.
The fact that you don't, like, it is the smartest business model for an introvert, like massive introvert over here, because you don't have to go and meet people at a cafe if you don't want to. You don't have to cold call people if you don't want to. You can just literally share what you're doing and they come to you. Like, amazing. Amazing.
I love that.
I love it too.
I think everything we've shared today has really just been like a nail on the head. And I hope anyone watching this goes, oh my gosh, when they say it like that, like that makes sense. Because I think, we could talk about misconceptions all day. Obviously wanted to keep this nice.
Maybe we'll do another. Maybe we'll do another episode then.
We need to, because honestly, we need like part 2, part 3, part 4. I think, when people take their head out of it and they go, oh yeah, when you put it like that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's, I seen something the other day that, digital marketing is the top 3 ways to get paid now or something. Or the highest.
I saw that too.
Yeah. And I'm like, why not jump into something now when it's just about to freaking take its biggest peak ever? Like, don't sit there in 3 years and look back at people like us who have taken the leap and go, all right, I should have just done it. I should have just taken the leap. Don't look back with regret. Don't look back with regret. It's the worst thing you'll ever do. Try it, and if you don't like it, or if it's not for you, then you can say you've done it and you don't have to look back with regret. That's all I would say.
Yeah, so true. Love that. Well, girlfriend, I'm going to wrap this up here. This was a super fun chat today, and I think we should totally do part 2, 3, 4 another time.
Love it.
And if you have been watching or listening, then thank you so much for joining us. It's always lovely just to be able to share much longer chats and have really open table conversations with each other, and just listen in, and it's super fun. So this has piqued your interest at all, or you are curious to know, all of Chloe and I's contact details will be in the notes at the bottom of this video. So please feel welcome to reach out, connect with us if you do have any questions, and we would love to just talk through them with you.
Yes. I'm so excited.
Me too. All right. See you later, girlfriend. Bye.